Community Connection on KGNB, brought to you by Waters International Realty.
This is Paige Green with our Community Connection. We're here with Bill Berry, the Administrative Coordinator at Rock Haus Foundation. Bill, how are you?
I'm very well, Paige. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. So tell me about the Rock Haus Foundation and kind of what y'all have going on.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Well, Paige, the Rock Haus Foundation is 501c3, so we're a nonprofit organization, and we are here to help provide services and to assist individuals and families that are working with individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So a lot of times with intellectual and developmental disabilities, people will refer to that as IDD. And so we are working with that population here, not only in New Braunfels, but throughout Comal County. And there's a couple of things that we're doing, and I'd love to be able to tell our community about. The first one is we have developed a special parent advocacy group, and we meet every other month, and every parent and caregiver of an individual with special needs is welcome to attend. And Paige, what we do there is we talk about issues that are real germane to those families and caregivers that are going to help them understand better how to work through our system, to help them advocate for their own loved ones, and to have a better understanding of the things that are available to them within the community. So we'll get together with them and we'll talk about things like Social Security and guardianship and different programs that are available in the community. And then the really neat part is it gives parents and caregivers an opportunity to meet each other and to talk to each other about things that are going on in their world, like what doctor does a great job with individuals with special needs, what dentist, who do you go see that you really, really like and you feel like is just tremendous and does a great job with your individual. So that's really crucial to our parents and caregivers. And the other is that they have an opportunity to get questions answered. So of the other parents that are there and some of the providers that we have that come in and talk to them, they have the opportunity to be able to leave that meeting at the end with a little better understanding of that world and to have questions answered and moving forward. So that's one of the groups that we have. And as a matter of fact, our next meeting is coming up August the 9th. We meet at the McKenna Center from 12 to 1:30. So August 9th, any parent or caregiver, an individual with special needs, most welcome to come to that group. And then we have a special providers coalition where we meet every other month. And Paige, what this is a chance for all the people in our community that provide services to our special needs community to come together and learn about each other, learn what services each other provides, what group they're working with, so that if they have a parent or a caregiver come to them, they can help make referrals. So they could tell a parent or caregiver, I've met this person and I really like who they are. I like what they're doing. I like the services that they're provided. And so we help to connect those parents and caregivers with other service providers that are in the community. And that has been just awesome. It's been wonderful. So yeah, thank you for asking about that.
How often do these groups meet, specifically the caregiver advocacy group? How often, if someone can't make it to the August 9th, is there another chance to go to this group?
Yes, absolutely. So we meet every other month. So the parent and caregiver meeting is August the 9th, and the next one would be in October. Every one of these meetings is the second Tuesday in October, the second Tuesday of the month. And the same thing with the Providers Coalition every other month. So where we meet with the parents in August, we'll meet with the providers in September. October is the parents, November is the providers. So every other month for each of them. And they're all on the second Tuesday. They're all from 12 to 1:30 at the McKenna Center. And we would love to have our service providers come to our meetings. And, of course, our parents and caregivers. We're really reaching out to get to those guys and make those connections.
Now, why is it important to reach out to the caregivers and parents and also providers of this group of people? Why is that really important?
Right. So for the most part, we have parents that are, if they have individuals that have disabilities, don't have necessarily the background or the skill set to be able to work with that individual without a little bit of guidance and direction and understanding of the things that they need. And from the day-to-day things that happen at the house to bigger things like insurance and medications and people that they need to be able to see in the course of their day that are providing those services. So for parents, it's a really, every day, there are so many hoops to jump through. And what we want to be able to do, Rock House wants to be able to connect the parents and caregivers with the people that can provide services. We want to educate them so that their day-to-day care becomes easier, becomes one that isn't dealt in dealing with uncertainty, but that we start to clarify things. We start to give them a direction and an understanding and a purpose for moving forward based on the things that they now know.
Bill, I also know you have a property at 511 East North Street. Can you tell me about kind of the renovation going on there?
We do. The property back on North Street, which is kind of in behind the fairgrounds page, there are two buildings that are currently on there. One is an old Rock House building, which hence our name, Rock Haus Foundation, that is currently occupied by the Hill Country MHDD. They have what's called a day hab service there for adults with developmental disabilities that are there. And the other building that's there is an old wood building that we are renovating for NBISD to have their what's called a transition program. And that's for kids that are 18 to 22 years old that are in special education. By law, are able to stay in the school district even after the age of 18. So they stay from 18 to 22 to get transition services. Those are services that help orient them to the community. We're not talking about math and science and English and social studies anymore. This is about getting out into the community and trying to find jobs, volunteer places, rec leisure opportunities, travel opportunities, socialization. So it's all geared towards getting that individual and the family ready for what's coming when the school district's gone. So when that little yellow school bus stops showing up, we want to have things in place for them so that they're successful after the school district goes. So the renovation that we're doing on that building will house what's called the Gateway program for NBISD, their transition program. And so those are the two buildings that are there now. And our plans moving forward, Paige, are to develop that property, it's 5.2 acres, into a campus where we would have a multi-purpose building there, which would be able to have concerts and plays and educational forums and that the community would be able to access too. If someone wanted to do a quinceañera or if somebody was looking at that building for a Sunday church service, that we wanted the community to be able to have access to that building too, that it wouldn't just be for special needs. And then another building that we would like to put on that campus that would be a little larger building so that we could service more people in the day hab program. And we know that right now that there are over 500 families that are on a waiting list for services that are offered through what's called Home and Community Services, which is a Medicaid waiver program. 500 families. So, Paige, what we really want to do is to be able to build and provide opportunities for more families to have their loved ones in a situation to where they're out and active and doing things throughout the course of the day instead of just being at home.
Why is something like the DayHab program, the NBISD Gateway Transition, why is it important to have these buildings in the area, accessible to people and to build up this property and have this campus you are speaking of? Why is that important to the community and for this specific community?
Yeah, great question. I think for a long time, Paige, what we've seen is our group has been really marginalized. We've been kind of out of the mainstream, and the expectation isn't to have our individuals in our community and being members of the community just as anybody else is. That the tendency is to kind of look and think, okay, these guys are over here, and we don't need to provide these guys these opportunities, when really, quite frankly, it's the other way around. We're working so hard for inclusion that we want our individuals to be out into the community and taking part in all the things that everybody else in our community is doing. And so to be in a situation that where folks are gathering for a morning in a certain location doesn't necessarily mean that becomes their campus for the remainder of the day. It's a place where we start. but the rest of that day is going out into our community to be able to be involved in all the things that are going on. And the more people that we can have from our community, our county, that are involved in that, then the more services we're providing for everyone in our county, rather than just the people that are graduating from high school and going on into a college or military or work, that we want to provide opportunities for everybody. And that's the big focus behind that.
And you mentioned getting into the community. I know you actually have a couple events coming up that you wanted to talk about. Maybe we can start with the dance?
Yeah, we do. Every other month we have a dance, and it's for adults with developmental disabilities. And we hold it at the Knights of Columbus Hall on Landis Street. We have one coming up on August the 17th. The dance starts at 6:30 in the evening, goes from 6:30 to 8:30. And Paige, I'll invite you right off the top right now. You've got to come. It's absolutely amazing. We have our folks come in, and we have sometimes upward of 150 people that are there. And as soon as the DJ starts playing music at 6:30, the dance floor is full, and it stays full till 8:30. And it's awesome. It really gives our individuals an opportunity for socialization, to be able to get out and spend some time with each other. For many of the parents that have individuals that are high enough functioning to where they can take care of themselves, they can drop them at the dance and be able to go out and have a couple hours on their own. So we just have a blast with the DJ and dancing and door prizes. And so every other month we have that dance at the Knights of Columbus Hall, and it's tremendous. One of the other things that we have coming up is what's called a Special Needs Resource Fair. And this is for all of our parents and our caregivers in this area to be able to come on October the 14th. It's kind of down the road a little bit, but I want to get that word out. On October the 14th at McKenna, from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon, what we'll have, Paige, are upwards of 40 or 50 people, different agencies and businesses that provide services to individuals with special needs will be there. And they'll be distributing information about the services that they provide. They'll be able to answer any questions that parents and caregivers have about some of the services that they've got. They'll be able to help them access those services and get them into their programs by talking to them about the steps that they need to take in order to make that happen. And the other thing that's going to happen at the resource fair is we're going to have speakers. We'll have speakers that'll talk on guardianship and Social Security and Medicaid waivers and healthcare providers. So to be able to distribute information to parents and an opportunity for parents to ask questions and learn. It's going to be an incredible day. And I encourage any parent or caregiver, no matter the age, whether it's 6 months old and you've just had a child with Down syndrome, or it's been just diagnosed with autism before going into school, or if somebody's 60 years old. It doesn't matter, Paige. It's from birth all the way through. So anybody that is working with or dealing with any age of somebody with a special need, we would encourage them to come by this resource fair.
And this fair was October 14th, you said?
Yeah, October the 14th. That's a Saturday, from 9 to 1 at McKenna.
Is there anywhere people can go to learn more information about these, both the dances every other month and also this fair coming up?
Yes, absolutely. We have a website, and it is Rock, as in R-O-C-K, House. It's the German spelling, H-A-U-S, so Rock Haus Foundation.org. So R-O-C-K, Rock Haus, H-A-U-S, Foundation.org.
And Bill, if people want to help the Rock Haus Foundation, do you take volunteers? Is there anywhere people can donate or donate their time?
Yes, absolutely. If anybody wishing to do that, either to donate time by volunteering or financially, if they go to the website, there's opportunities to sign up to volunteer, and there are opportunities to donate. That there are donate buttons within the website that if somebody wanted to donate to that, they're most welcome. And as we move forward and try to develop the property that we have into a campus, probably starting in January, we will be going to our community with a capital campaign that will try to access and get to our community and help educate and ask them to get involved and help some of our guys that have been marginalized for a while, so that we can develop this campus into something that our community can be incredibly proud of. But we will definitely be going to our community for our capital campaign, probably starting in January.
And Bill, I don't know if we mentioned this, but what area does the Rock Haus Foundation serve?
Yeah, we're primarily concentrating on Comal County, but we also know that, like for NBISD and Comal ISD, that those boundaries extend for some of those students over into Guadalupe. So if we've got somebody from Guadalupe that's looking to chat with us about services and try to get connected to some people that can help them, they're definitely welcome to reach out to us. And if there's services here that are available to them, we'll help get them directed there. And maybe there's even services in their own county that we could take a look at getting them connected to. But we'd like to try to help everybody. That's primarily Comal County, but if somebody has individuals that are in a school district that is in Comal, we can help them too.
And Bill, one of the last things I'll ask you is just how important is having this foundation in our area, and what are some of the effects you have seen on these families from through the Rock Haus?
Yeah, nice question. I think, Paige, what we've seen in the research that we've done and the numbers that we've shown up with is that we just have so many people that are going without services. And so our goal is to try to reach out and connect all the people that feel like they want and need help and want something more for their individuals within their life. We want to connect them with people that can help provide that. So anybody that's listening to this that says, I've got somebody at my home, or I've got somebody that I'm taking care of and I want more for them, well, that's what we're looking for. We want you to reach out to us and tell us what you've got going on. And even if we don't provide that service, it's okay. We want to be able to connect you to somebody that can. Because at this point right now, we need to do better here in our county, and that's a part of what we're looking to do. And as we've gotten started and gone through and talked to different groups and started to talk to people within our community, it's been absolutely incredible, Paige, the reception that we've got. It's been awesome. People have been so open and so helpful and so just incredibly they want to be involved, and they want to see some good things happen. So I have no doubt that as we move forward, our community is going to rise up and do just an amazing job, because we've seen it already.
I think that great feedback is just because of the Rock Haus Foundation and all you are doing for this specific community in our large community. Bill, do you have anything you would like to add about this foundation?
No, I think that's it. Other than to say, I hope that we have an opportunity to get in front of groups. And if you are somebody that runs a civic group or a group that you're listening to this and say, boy, I'd really like to have somebody come by and talk to our group or talk to our agency or talk to our business about what you're doing, contact me. My information's on that website. And again, my name is Bill Berry. And if somebody wants to contact me, we would love the opportunity to come out and talk to different groups within our community and help educate them as to the things that we're doing.
That website was rockhausfoundation.org. Bill Berry, the administrative coordinator at Rock Haus Foundation, thank you again for joining us today and talking with us.
Okay, thanks, Paige.